All right, well, let's get started because we appreciate you all being here on time and respect your time. I know these are on Saturdays, but since we all work so hard during the week, Saturdays have worked out the best for us to join on and gather. Saturdays at 9 a.m. Hawaii time every Saturday for the next 6 weeks. And I know I didn't put the other time zones because daylight savings happens in the middle of it. But so far, right now, it's 9 a.m. HST, 11 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, then I believe 1 p.m. Central. Is it next week? It's already different. Yeah, because it changes on March 12th. So we are entering another series of continued education, which is nothing new. We do this a few times a year as a team. And this time, what's really exciting is that I'm not going to be hosting every single class. Our leaders, who are my business partners, they're all gold and above, gold rank and doTERRA and above. They all signed up to teach a class for you all. I'm just doing a quick intro since it's our very first class and wanted to welcome you all here. If we have not met, my name is Ashley Kema, and I am the Gold Drop Society team leader. I'm a wellness advocate in doTERRA. And if you're on this team, you've either signed up with me with a doTERRA wholesale membership, and we've worked one-on-one, or you signed up with one of our amazing wellness advocates on the team, which makes you part of the Gold Drop Society team as well. And so I hope you guys are excited to get the type of support that our team can offer, and we hope to see your faces around at all of our Gold Drop Society team events. Am I missing anything, ladies? So we have Giselle, Aiko, Britt, and then Naomi is also helping us teach classes this round. Again, we do it a few times a year. Same content, but different every time. And so you can come as often as you want to these types of classes. And you're going to look for continued education series classes. Okay, I will hand this over to Giselle. Thank you for letting me do an introduction. Welcome everyone to Continued Education, and here is our first class with Giselle Torres.
Hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here, and hopefully you get to learn a few things. I'm also very nervous. I have a few of my builders and leaders from the Gold Drop team, as well as my team, who's going to be sharing their experiences and talk on some of the slides as well. So I'm really excited that this whole continued series is really a collaborative effort for an entire team. But please excuse if I get really nervous or I get red, just because I'm still working on teaching this large class. There's a lot of people, but I am based out in California. So I am one of Ashley's qualifiers that doesn't live in Hawaii, but I do have connections in Hawaii. So I'm over here. I'm the one that probably leads a lot on the California Pacific Standard Time classes. And so I guess we'll get started. Let's see. And you went over this already, right, Ashley, about the continued, the 6 weeks. Okay, so I will be doing the nutrition and supplements. Me and my team will be doing that today. And, oh no, sorry, this is not the slide. There was a slide that I wanted to write in. But it was, I was gonna see if you guys can introduce yourself if you haven't yet, if you have any experience with the doTERRA nutrition line or the supplements or both, and what would you like to learn most during this class, just so that we can hopefully give you the information that you've been hoping from this class. Okay, so the nutrition and supplements. It's probably a huge thing right now, especially with COVID, with immune support. Everybody's really trying to be healthier. Everyone's trying to better themselves at home while they're quarantined. There's two ways you can go about it. You could just, sorry, hello? Oh. Hello? Oh, okay. And yeah, feel free to also say anything, unmute yourself. Sometimes I don't know if it's like accidental unmute or it's intentional, but feel free. This is super casual. But yeah, so with the nutrition supplements, I think that's a huge thing going on with doTERRA right now. The number one product that doTERRA does sell is actually not an essential oil. It's a supplement pack, and I'll go over a little bit about it later. But yeah, there's just two ways you can go about it. Is some people really want to take care of their health, and some people are enjoying the COVID. They're enjoying the pandemic, trying their best as best they can to kind of just motion through it. And for me, I was the type that I was not my best version in the beginning part of the pandemic. And then after a while, because you think like, hey, this is kind of a vacation at home with my family. And you're like, let's have fun. And then all of a sudden it's 6 months later and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a few pounds extra. I don't know if this COVID is going to go away. And then you start shifting. That's what happened for me. I don't know if that is for other people. And so for me personally, I started really prioritizing my health at the tail end of the year, when I realized this pandemic is not going away and I just was not feeling myself. I felt like not myself, right? And so the new year started. There was that 21-day challenge. I started it before then. I started it in January. January 1st was my day where I literally changed my eating habits. I started being more active. I was taking my supplements consistently. And now it's March and I feel amazing. And so I was really nervous to share about nutrition and supplements because I am not a pill taker. I hated taking pills. I never was that person. And so I am a new supplement taker, just within the past 4 years, I would say. And I've been kind of like on that boat of like, I'll take it. I'm all about it. And then I'm like in my comfort zone of like, I wake up and I don't want to take it. Right. I don't know if that's anybody here. That is me. So that's where I'm coming from in terms of supplements is I never really prioritized that in my entire life, except since I started doTERRA. So nutrition and supplements, why are people so sick around us? They say it's due to your movement, your exercise, but a huge chunk of it is what you eat, what you put in your body. They say when you try to lose weight, it's like 20% exercise, 80% what you put in your body, how you're eating. And it's huge because it ties into everything in your body, your mind, your emotional health, your physical health, if you have inflammation, just everything. And so I feel like unless we're educated about what we put in our body, what's healthy in our body, we don't really try it, right? And so with doTERRA, when I started shifting and becoming healthier, I was like, all right, let's give these supplements a try. And I think I want to say I'm so happy to see so many people in this class because this is your first step to really learning more about what supplements can do for us, but also you have all these people, these amazing people who's on the same page as you, and that community that you feel to be able to do this together is super powerful. And honestly, if I didn't have doTERRA and my community, I don't know if I would really be taking my internal health a priority. Next is, do you think we get what we need for good health from our food? There was a research study that I heard a few years ago, was that the way we take the nutritional value from all the foods we eat now, even if we eat the healthiest, it's still not enough. Because of the farming practices and the way they produce these foods, right? So they were saying, from what I remember, is the orange that we have today is we have to eat about like a handful, like 8 or 9 oranges to have the same nutritional equivalence as the one orange that our ancestors were eating back in the day. And that's because of the way the farming practices are, the way they're harvesting things, that people are taking the shortcuts. So it's not the best fruits, the best vegetables, even if it's all organic, even if it's the best of the best, the most expensive $5 orange we have, it's still probably not what we really need today. And so why that supplements is huge for our lives is because it really supplements what we're lacking, even if we're the best eater or if we're not the best eater. So nutrition is foundational. It allows our body to function optimally. it gives us increased energy, increased mental clarity. How many people who's taken Lifelong Vitality and feel like they've have so much more energy, feel like they don't have brain fog? You know, I like to blame my brain fog when I wouldn't take my supplements as my mom brain. You know, and you know, there's supplements that really help and support that, right? Nutrition, good nutrition also supports cardiovascular health and proper inflammatory responses. So let's dive into it, right? Let's see what supplements can do for our body. And I'm really, really terrible when I teach a class. I'm terrible with the chat. So I hope like you guys are helping me with the chats, because I'm so bad at that, because I'm already nervous. Okay, so Lifelong Vitality. Who has taken this? Who is curious to take it? Who wants to take it? Who is here because they want to learn more about it? Okay, so Lifelong Vitality Pack, this is the #1 product that I was sharing with you guys, that doTERRA sells every month the most on an LRP order. This is the #1 product that you will see on someone's shopping cart every month. It's not even an essential oil. And you would think it would be like a peppermint oil, but it's actually these supplements. So there are 3 packs. One is your all-purpose multivitamin, right? So like I was saying, with the nutritional value of our foods today, it's not enough. And so this, what I really like about Lifelong Vitality Pack is there's a science behind it. They have a research department who really makes sure that these are the best quality supplements. It's not just, let's put it on the shelf and sell it. There's actually they do a ton of research, and if you go to the doTERRA website, they talk more about it. But so the first one is a multivitamin. It's a nutritional equivalent of 12 servings of fruit and vegetables. It's made with whole food sources. That means there's no fillers, just the food source. So just like our essential oils, there's nothing else except what we need. Essential oils also maximizes our support. So being able to take this with your essential oils just enhances your health. It makes your body heal from whatever you have. I'm going to admit someone. I just saw someone who's waiting in the room. The omegas are in a capsule, which prevents their potency longer. The omegas, what's really cool about it, if anyone's vegan here, there's a vegan version of the omega. So there's a vegan pack. And so it's a plant-based omegas. And then if you are not following a vegan diet, they have it from the fish oils. So the LLV bottles, all 3 of them. Oh, and then the last one I wanted to share, the 3rd bottle, is cellular. It supports your cellular health. So we're all comprised of cells. And I feel like if we don't take care of our cells, they duplicate, right? So if you have not the best cells, you duplicates to be not the best. So you want to make sure that you have really strong cells, and there's one for cellular support, cellular energy. So the Lifelong Vitality bottles is $79.50, so under $80. It's a 30-day supply. It retails for over $100. If you were to buy this separately somewhere else, it's actually going to cost you more. So these bottles, the quality of it and all what you get from the bottle is actually way over 100. I think it was like somebody said over $150. So they did all the work for you. If you don't like opening the bottles, there is also individual daily packets. So you can put it in your purse, you can put it anywhere, you just open it and you take it. So it's 4 pills per bottle. And I'm going to share something why there's another reason why I am not into supplements. Who hates taking pills? Because it's so big and you gag. I'm going to share you a trick. And this is honestly what made it so easy. I think if you get over that hump of like, oh my gosh, it's going to make me gag, or it makes it more pleasant and quick and fast, you're going to want to be able to take this easier every single morning. So what I used to do, which I don't recommend, is I would take 1 or 2 pills and I would drink I would take it like 4 times. For how many? So it's 4, 8, 12, like 6 times. Like I would just keep drinking it. And every time I'm drinking it, I'm just like, oh, right. So I'm going to tell you right now, you can take I've been taking up to 10 pills, because I would take the Zendocrine, I would take the DDR Prime, I take the On Guard, I take it all together with my LLV. I put in here. So that would be 2, 4, 6. And then, so 6, at least 10 pills. you can actually take it all in one gulp without gagging. I promise you. Hi, Liv. And so all the trick is you put it all in here, and you actually don't want to take it this way because it actually gets caught here. You want to drink it this way, and you just drink like that. And I kind of wish I had my bottles here, but I took my LLV already this morning. But that's it. It's just practice taking it at one time, and I promise you it's going to make it so much easier. That was the reason why I hated taking supplements, because I just couldn't take the pills down. And if you guys have any tips, please share it on the chats. That was what worked for me. Okay. Sharing stories. So I know there's I think a lot of people who's been taking LLV has some very powerful stories. I wanted to invite a couple of you guys to share your story about how Lifelong Vitality Pack has really impacted your life, just because I feel like I can tell you what they are, but someone who tells you how it impacted their life is so much more powerful. So is it okay to call out some people? I know Precious is one of them. Are you available to share your story?
Hi, everyone. My name is Precious. There's so much to say, but I want to keep this short. So how LLV impacted my life is on a huge scale. Like when I first started taking LLV, I was very nervous, right? Because of like what Joselle was saying, there's so many pills. And before I used to take a pill that was just like one pill, and it had like all the things. If you guys heard of like Ritual, I used to take that supplement or that vitamin. And after taking LLV, I noticed such a big difference. I used to have bloating a lot. I used to have digestive issues. I used to have so many different health conditions. But when I started taking LLV, I noticed such a big difference with my digestion. I wasn't as stressed. I was in college before, and I would take the Ritual, and then I would see the difference between the Ritual and the LLV. And I noticed such a huge impact on my stress. I feel a lot more balanced. And as I started to learn more about what LLV is doing in my body, I then started to realize like, yeah, it is happening. There are benefits into this LLV that they are saying, right? Because a lot of you guys are taking it. A lot of people in our community has been taking it. So I was like, I want to see how it works in my body. So it has impacted me so big. It also made me look into nutrition, because that's also a really huge factor in taking the LLV, because I used to eat very junk. I used to eat very junk food in the beginning when I was in college, because I was so stressed. I would always be overeating. And then just last year, I decided to really prioritize my health and my nutrition. So I started to cut down on some of the foods that I would eat. I would try to stay away from processed foods and all of these. And I noticed such a huge difference with LLV and nutrition. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Precious. Does anybody want to share their experience with LLV? Anyone else?
Hi, I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey. Hi, so my name is Moana. I started doTERRA first because I had a lot of like issues with anxiety, depression, and I was 7 months pregnant. So I was coming upon that like postpartum stage. And mind you, prior to taking LLV or doTERRA at all, I was on antidepressants. I had upped my dose 4 times. And it was just a lot. When I forgot to take my dose, it hit me so much harder. It was super, super rough. And I have 2 other girls already. So, I mean, it had affected every area of my life. So I really needed some type of help. My wellness advocate, Emily, she's on here too. She was like, LLV has been really good. I highly recommend you take it. She didn't push me. She just suggested. I was like, okay, honestly, I was desperate at that point because I didn't want to stay on it beyond what I had been taking. I was 7 months pregnant. on antidepressants and I was ready to be done. And so honestly, I didn't know it would have this impact on my life, but it did. So I really want to share. Honestly, I'm really nervous, but if it helps at least one of you guys here on this call, it matters. So I started taking it around 7-8 months pregnant. And like Giselle said, it's a lot. It's a lot of pills. And I have never been a consistent pill taker, but I was like, I'm going to give it a real shot. Let's try it out. I actually gave birth, was still taking it. And I didn't realize I stopped taking my antidepressants because there was so much pills. I forgot. And I was like, I saw the bottle in the cabinet and I was like, my husband noticed. He was like, did you forget? And I was like, I don't remember when's the last time I took my antidepressants. And he was shocked. He was like, what are you doing? Because he had seen the fluctuation when I was on it, when I wasn't. And I was like, I've been taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And he was like, you need to stay on that. And I was like, I don't even remember when's the last time I've taken my antidepressants. So I want to say around like maybe June, I started taking LOV. I have yet to need or have to go back to my antidepressants yet. As we continue to do these education classes, we'll learn more about them, what's in them. And honestly, I just believe it's the quality is super, super good. And it provides our bodies with all the nutrients that we need. And for me anyway, the way it's affected my life, like I said, I've never had to go back to them, but I've only gotten better. I've maybe had like 1 or 2 anxiety attacks since then. It affected like my job, it affected me with my girls, it affected my, or my relationships, and my energy's back. I sleep better. I've been able to nurse my daughter still, my baby now, and take care of my other 2 kids. With COVID, I mean, this is all like a crazy world, right? So it's been able to support me through this crazy time. And I have, like I said, I've yet to have to go back to any antidepressants or anything. I stick to my LLP every single day. So it works. It's really good.
Thanks for sharing, Moana.
Yes, thank you so much, Moana, for sharing. And I hope that more of us will have these stories to share because they're so powerful. They do really work. Give it a try. I hope after this class, it gives you curiosity to even just want to try it. And the cool thing about LLV, and you probably know if you have a doTERRA membership, is if it doesn't give you the health benefit that you were looking for, you can return it. And they're really good about it, but just give it a chance consistently for at least a month and see what kind of story you can share that you will experience when you're trying LLV. So thank you again for sharing. Anyone else want to share?
I just want to say that thank you guys for sharing. I'm going to send you something. Just because you guys were being vulnerable and you opened yourselves up to sharing that. Thanks, Precious and Moana. I would quickly share something about LLV. You guys are so much to share. And I would say in my daily routine, 50% of my use in doTERRA is oils and the other 50% is supplements. That's how major these supplements can be for you. And I never took vitamins before, but once you enter this doTERRA lifestyle, you start to realize how important non-toxic products are and how important supplements are. And so I've been taking the supplements, but LLV has done so much for me. The biggest difference I've noticed is that I didn't have LLV in my first pregnancy, fertility, pregnancy after birth. And for those of you who have given birth, it is crazy, so crazy. And you can be so sick during pregnancy and you need the nutrients that you need, right, to grow a human inside of you. But no one really talks about the afterbirth. And that can be very painful and very emotional. And you can have all these ups and downs, which, Moana shared her story about her postpartum experience. And so my second pregnancy and my third pregnancy, I've had LLV for fertility, and that was huge. I was trying for a while, and finally, when I went on the doTERRA cleanse and got on LLV, we got pregnant. Not only that, it was nutrition during pregnancy, and then after birth, I had LLV and then placenta pills, and those together, I've never felt so much energy, and my body was healing so well after having another human. And so LLV can support you in all these different stages of your And just want to share that quick thing. And if anyone else wants to share, you're going to also get a gift. Thanks.
Anyone else want to share? Oh, hold on. I don't know what. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I can't see that. You know that little Zoom banner where you see if you're like unmuted? It's gone. I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for sharing. If you feel inclined to share at any point during the call, feel free to unmute yourself. Again, this is a safe space for us. We're just all going through this process together, growing, learning from each other, supporting each other. So thank you again, Precious, and Moana, for sharing. And I did, because I wasn't talking, I was able to look at the chat really quick, and Moana had suggested that there's a pill organizer that's really helpful. And I wanted to share that is actually what has helped me as well. And so me opening the bottle, taking out the pills every morning, I feel like I lose track of like, did I take it this morning? So I like to split mine up from morning and evening. And so for me, I also use a vitamin pill organizer. It's so helpful because the effort of opening up all your bottles is done for you already. And like when you do it at the beginning of the week, you feel so great. You're like, look at all this. I'm going to feel so good for the rest of the week, you know? And it's okay if you, and I admit I've missed a few times and I'm like, oh, I missed yesterday, or I missed, this morning, let me double up. So it's really allows you to track how you're doing. So that's also another suggestion also is the vitamin pill organizer. Okay, so we wanted to kind of share also that aside from Lifelong Vitality, which is like the best supplement pack you could ever take, there's also other supplements that support specific health goals. So one of them is gut health. How many people know about gut health? Is like really, it's kind of like the brain of your body. It's like if you have terrible gut health, it really affects everything else in there. And so again, that's something that unless you learn about, you don't really know. And I didn't know about that until I started learning more about how like just if your gut is like, if there's any traction or there's anything stuck in there, it just affects everything else in your whole body. And so gut health is as well foundational. The gut health plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being. It is vital in everything from our weight to our immune function and our mental wellness. It's huge. And luckily for us with doTERRA, they have a line for gut health. And then a little bit later, Emily's going to share how you can actually get a huge discount on top of your wholesale membership to add on these supplements, depending on what health goals you are really specifically prioritizing right now. Because we can't do it all at once, right? It's overwhelming, but what's your priority today? And what can you take today to start that little, that wheel, right? It gets bigger and bigger. One healthy thing you do today, it starts snowballing effect later and later. So just focus on your priorities. Don't do it all. You know, somebody who's been taking supplements like me, I'm taking like over 10 pills because I've been doing it for a few years already. So your day one is going to look different from someone who's been taking supplements for a few years already. And so be kind with yourself, have compassion, just start slow. If LLV is the best for you and now, that is the best one you could do for yourself. Okay. So what damages gut health? Unhealthy diet, guilty before COVID. Oh gosh, antibiotic use. Okay, I've been lucky enough not to have taken antibiotics anymore. And if you don't know about this, I feel like a lot of us do. Oregano oil is nature's antibiotic. So for me, my first line of defense is always natural solutions, and then I go to whatever my doctor is saying. But yeah, so that's also affects gut health. Lack of regular physical activity. Who feels they're trapped in their home a lot? They're not as active. They're working from home. Everything's at home. Everything, you're confined in a space, right? I got a Fitbit earlier this year. Sorry if this is TMI, but I wanted to see how lazy I've been since the pandemic, and I wanted to track it. It's amazing what you know is crazy. It's mind blowing. It's like ignorance is bliss, but it also doesn't progress you. And so I got a Fitbit. It tracks how much I'm walking. I am so embarrassed. If I showed you what it was tracking in the beginning when I got this, just like as my baseline, it was just I wasn't moving at all. And now I'm moving at least 5 miles a day since January when I started it. Yeah. And so again, it's just like one healthy habit, just adding it on. Don't push yourself. It just comes naturally. But how many people maybe can't go to the gym anymore, can't walk to work, maybe that was their way of walking, can't go to the park because it's closed, whatever it may be for you. It's harder for us. So we also have to make sure our health, our internal health, our body is even stronger because of that. Poor sleep habits. Who has a hard time sleeping because there's just so much in their head, right? Even if we're trying to manage our stress well, we're just not sleeping well throughout the night. That will affect your gut health. And then stress. Everyone has stress, right? It's just, that's what we're given in life. And so helping manage stress better, hopefully will help your gut health as well. So there's Terrazyme. I take this every day, Terrazyme. I don't know the science about it too much, but I do know is that it really pulls out the nutrition, like it pulls out what you eat. It actually really helps like pull out the nutrition. I think, I don't know what it is, but I take it every day because you know what is the side effect for me for this one? I am regular. This is TMI, but I am regular every morning. One thing I hate is if I'm like, oh my God, I didn't go in the morning. And the rest of the day, I'm like, I don't want to go in public. And so because of that, I take this every single night right before I go to bed. So in the morning, I feel good. I'm not stressed when I'm going to Target. I'm not stressed when I'm at the park. I go in the morning. So if you have issues with your morning routine in the bathroom, you want to take this one. Also, PBS is your probiotic. It's super pretty if you haven't seen it. It's this really green pill. I think there's a biochamber in there. So it allows it to go all the way where it needs to be. And then it like kind of opens up, right? Sometimes when you take pills, it kind of doesn't, because our intestine is so far along that it just opens up where it's not meant to be, where it's the most beneficial. So with PBSS, it's a dual chamber. And so there's a really cool science that doTERRA has, which I think only doTERRA does. And it actually goes to where it needs to go. So it gives you the most health benefit. Some people who don't like to take pills, there's also a PB Assist version, which is for kids. My daughter loves it. She actually asks for PB Assist every morning and her supplements. But some people don't like pills. And so PB Assist is another version. It's like a pixie stick. I've tried it before. It's really yummy. You could put it in your smoothies. You could just take it just as is, which my daughter always does. And then also if your kids are at an age, I think it's like, is it 3 or 4 years old or above? She started taking it around 2 years old. That's me personally. I kept a watch on her to make sure that she's able to take these supplements. I also consulted with my physician, but there is also a kids line. So there's a multivitamin for them. There's an omega for them, and then a PBSS for them. And so my one-stop supplement shop is really doTERRA, because one thing I don't like, which I feel like is inefficient with my time, is like, you want one thing, but this website only carries that. And then you have to look for another website that's quality. Kind of like when you go shopping, you're like, you love this one store, but you're like, damn it, they don't have that sweater I want. So I got to go look somewhere else. With supplements, it's the same thing, but it's harder because you're taking it internally. You don't know the quality of it. You don't know if it's pure. So with doTERRA, you have that safety net that anything you get there is pure and quality. And so definitely look at the supplements tab. There's so much there to offer. And this is just a few that I'm sharing. Okay. I'm really excited to share this slide. This is the nutrition line. Who has tried the nutrition lines? It got released in January. I counted because I was like, why am I ordering so much of this every month? I went through 7 bags of this since they released it in January. I take the protein powders, I take the greens, and I take the fiber. I put it all in a smoothie. My way to feel better throughout the day is I try, and this is just, I'm sure it's temporary, but this is what I've been doing since January, is I started just drinking a very nutritious smoothie for lunch. And then it kind of carries me throughout the day. And then I'll eat like a nice healthy dinner. So I've been taking this every single day. There's a vegan version. there is, which I'm taking right now because my chocolate and my vanilla, I completely finished it already, like 2 bags of them each. And so I'm in the vegan version as well. I love the chocolate. I love the vanilla. I really feel like I think I like the flavored ones. If you are vegan, it's really good too. You could always add like cocoa powder if you want like that cocoa protein powder taste, which I'm doing right now because I like that chocolate taste. The greens is really good. This one will give you all the veggies, and I think it's like a dose of 4 servings. I don't have it with me right now, but for a serving size of the vegetables, fruits and vegetables. You can take it with water. I actually put it in my smoothie. So I literally put all this in my smoothie, 1 serving. My daughter has a little bit as well. And I also put the fiber. Fiber is huge as well. It also makes you pass. It's just really good for you as well. I want to share really quick, if you guys don't have it yet, is the ebook, the Nutrition Line ebook. I love referencing it, getting new recipes. I'm going to put it on the chat. And so if you are curious to like, how can I incorporate these smoothies? There's an ebook about it. It's super, super cool. And I promise you, like my favorite is putting peanut butter in it, almond milk, ice, and then all these proteins and banana. And I swear it doesn't taste bad. It's so good that my daughter even drinks it. That's how good it is. And so I also know that she's getting her greens and her fiber as well. Yeah. Okay, so the next 2 slides, if I can invite Emily, she wanted to share about a little bit more about the supplements.
Hi guys. Okay, wait, let me move some of this stuff. The chat is going off. Also, I'm gonna apologize in advance. I came outside for some quiet time and my neighbor is jamming next door. So if it gets a little loud, let me know. Okay. So on top of LLV, we have a bunch of great supplements, amazing, high quality supplements to support different areas of your healing and your lifestyle. So these are just some of the things we have to offer. So there's these Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex to go along with like the rest of the Deep Blue line. It's an ingestible supplement to complement the topical benefits of the Deep Blue line. Includes extracts of frankincense, turmeric, and ginger to soothe aches and discomfort. So if we think of like Deep Blue, that's our go-to like natural icy hot. I also use these polyphenols when I feel like I have some kind of viral thing going on and you get like body aches and feel real nasty, I'll reach for the Deep Blue. As well as when I'm having like my time of the month is when I go for this one. This one has also been really amazing along with Copaiba for my husband who suffers from back arthritis and gets really bad back spasms. This is the one product that has actually helped him get off of painkillers. So I always am urging people to try this Deep Blue polyphenols, but really be consistent along with your oils and your supplements. It's not going to be like a Tylenol. We're going to just take it and like, oh, I'm better. You have to kind of be really consistent when you're taking supplements and let your body adapt to it so it can respond better when you aren't feeling good. Okay, so the next is our adaptive. I'm probably going to say I love all of these. This helps empower and encourage when adapting to stressful situations or acclimating to new surroundings. So this is a great one to take, I would say take with food, right? I'm pretty sure that's suggested. If you are going in to do like a presentation like now, or like if you have to go to work and talk to your boss or something, I like this one because I struggle really badly with PTSD and anxiety just from past issues. My son has some medical issues. So when I'm I can tell my body, like when I'm starting to get an anxiety attack, I'll take some adaptive. I will breathe some adaptive as well. I just adaptive everywhere. But the adaptive line, it's amazing. I think if Britt's in the chat, she can answer a bunch of questions. She knows like the scientific stuff about it. I remember her sharing. So these turmeric dual chamber capsules, the dual chamber technology that includes curcuminoids and turmerones support healthy inflammatory response in the body and may help to fight off free radicals and protect the body from oxidative damage. So turmeric is super good for you. And this has the 2 different types. They've combined the actual turmeric plant with the oil, and they work synergistically in your body. I love this. It's so amazing for inflammation. You want a healthy inflammation. You don't want too much or too little. So this taken daily is going to really support that. Serenity. So it says, get a refreshing sleep without feeling groggy, relieve sleepiness or sleeplessness, calms nerves, and reduces stress. This is not like a sleep aid, like a sleeping pill type of thing. It's not like when you take Benadryl or like, I don't know, there's like those other sleeping pills you take, and then you take it, even if you take it like at 6 p.m., you still wake up feeling like really weird, like in outer space. This isn't gonna do that. This is gonna promote your body to get a better rest. And you can diffuse some Serenity as well, apply some to the bottoms of your feet to just support that really good rest and to get into that nice deep sleep. And you're not gonna wake up feeling like you're in outer space. Okay, so the phytoestrogen and bone nutrient. These are plant phytoestrogens are put together to support women through life by balancing hormones and supporting healthy bones, heart, and breast tissue. Yeah, outer space. I haven't taken this one, but if you guys have, pop it in the chat. I have a couple customers on it, and I think Moana takes it, my builder, but you don't have to be a certain age to take this one. You don't have to be, going through menopause to start taking this. I believe this is going to help us with our healthy hormones, and especially women when we're going through that time of the month to kind of balance it out. And women are more prone to like osteoporosis and arthritis. So this is going to help support your body so you hopefully don't go through that as we age. Mito 2 Max, our natural coffee. I love coffee. I can't give coffee up, guys. I don't know. So Mito 2 Max formula, it's a formula of standardized plant extracts and metabolic cofactors that support healthy cellular energy production, enhances stamina and efficient use of oxygen, improves mental energy. I have Mito 2 Max. I actually love it. I can't give up my coffee. I just love like the sugar in coffee. It's so good. But coffee is really bad for us. It's really bad for our system. It has a lot of strain on our body. So if you are one that is trying to give up coffee, give Mito 2 Max a try. I would take one in the morning after a meal. And you can even take another dose. If you're someone that is like a 2 or 3 coffee drinker, you can try like swap that out with this Mito 2 Max. It does not have caffeine in it. It's just going to use our body's natural energy to support us and get us through the day. Okay, so Zendocrine complex. This supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the livers, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin. It's supporting to normal self-detoxification functions of these cleansing organs. I don't have any experience with this, but you want to continue to keep your body working at top, notch. So you're going to want to take this to gently cleanse your system, especially if you are somebody like me that likes to eat a lot of junk food or sweets and things like that. You want to keep your body moving smoothly. So this will help that. Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex. The whole Yarrow Palm line is the bomb. Yarrow is it's such like a beautiful oil. If you've seen the oil, it has that like blue tinge to it. I don't know, it's just so pretty. So these are a powerful antioxidant supportive blend for healthy luminous skin with an irresistible glow from the inside out. It improves skin's firmness and reduces skin imperfections. I love Yarrow Palm. This is just so amazing. And not only is it amazing for our skin, but that yarrow, it also has things like vitamin C in it. So it's going to give you that natural vitamin C support. It helps promote natural collagen. So it's going to help you stay youthful in a natural way instead of having to go reach for all of those. I don't know, it's like really trendy to reach for all of those products, anti-aging chemicals, and we're putting all this nasty stuff on our face. But instead, we can use this natural Yarrow Palm along with other stuff from our product lines to support that youthfulness without intaking all of those toxins. Down here, it says other supplements available. DDR Prime amazing for cell support. You want to support those cells. Like Giselle said earlier, our cells are always making themselves regenerating, and you don't want sick cells to regenerate in your body, because that's what's going to bring about sickness and illness and disease. So DDR Prime is amazing for that cell support. It's amazing to take if you are someone that is scared of what's going on right now in the world, you know, to just take as a insurance protection on your body. I like to take this with my On Guard Plus soft gels. It's so amazing. And then I also put it in a roller. I just add a drop to the stronger roller for my kids, and I roll it on the bottom of their feet. Copaiba soft gels are bomb. On Guard soft gels, Tri-Ease, like a natural allergy relief. And then don't forget to get yourself some veggie capsules. So if you do have things like turmeric oil at home, you can still take it internally. It won't be as effective as turmeric capsules, but the veggie capsules helps you take your oils internally without having to taste it if you are very sensitive to taste. Or you can just make like your own antibiotic. You can make your own digestive support. You can get really creative. I love the little veggie capsules. But that is all for this slide. And now I want to talk to you guys about our Lifelong Vitality on the LRP program. So it says over here, you could get the, I think this is just the omegas and the complex, is that the VMZ, for $59.50, or you can get that full 3-pack, which I think is such a better deal. You want to, I feel like you have to take the 3 to feel all the effects of it. So that is $79.50 wholesale, and it's 60 PV, which is a lot. It's going to get you halfway to that 125 PV mark if you want to get the free oil of the month. So what does this say? With the purchase of 1 Lifelong Vitality pack or 1 daily nutrient pack via the Loyalty Rewards program, you can choose up to 3 additional targeted supplements at a significant saving. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but the savings are huge. Oh, it doesn't say the regular price. Okay, I want to, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say the Deep Blue is like $40 or something like that, right? Regular wholesale price. But if you add it on to your Lifelong Vitality pack, this is going to maximize your savings with your rewards program. And you get all of these things for like, I feel like it's more, yeah, it's kind of, Deep Blue is kind of expensive. It's worth it. But if you can get it at $20, like that's such a deal. So when you put this Lifelong Vitality pack into your cart, into your LRP cart, you're going to have like this pop-up, and it's going to ask if you want to add any of these. This is the only way I will buy these because the discount is huge, like $20 versus, what is it, like $40, $50. It's a huge savings. So this is going to really be taking advantage of your LRP program and maximizing your savings at the same time. So I talked about this Deep Blue. This is just additional add-ons to the LLV pack. And then Terrazyme and PB Assist Gut Health. So important, like Giselle was talking about, a lot of our issues stem from our gut. If you are seeing skin issues, eczema, rashes, even mood, stress, migraines, you kind of want to address the gut first. So with the LLV, pairing this Terrazyme and PB Assist, that's going to help support not only your body and all your systems and your organs, but help get that gut under control. And then the kids, same quality as our vitamins, our kids' vitamins. The omegas are kind of funky, but my kids don't get a lot of sugar. Obviously, like I said in the chat, like I thought the fiber was a snack. My kids don't get a lot of sugar, so they're fine with this. I did taste the omegas for the kids, and it is kind of fishy. So you can either put it in a smoothie, hide it in something, hide it in some oatmeal for your child to take that as well. But yeah, add the LLV onto your LRP and then add some of these, and you're going to be all set for your wellness. I think that's all, unless somebody wants to say anything else about adding on LLV.
Thank you, Emily. I just love when you share. You just talk about these supplements so well. And I feel like I was so happy when Emily was like, I'll take this live. I'm like, thank you, because it's so much content, but I just love how you share it so naturally. And so if you had a specific health goal that you've been targeting, I hope one of these supplements was there. If not, there's actually so much more. That's not the whole list of the supplements that doTERRA carries. That's just the big ones. But yeah. Okay, so how to make it easier for you to get these supplements every month. So we'll give you a few suggestions on how to order these in the smartest way possible, meaning best value. And so a sample wellness box you can have is this one. This is going to be $185. It comes with the free oil of the month. So every month there's a new free oil when you reach 125 PV. You'll get that for free. You'll also, when you're an LRP, remember you get your points back. So depending if you're 10%, all the way up to 30%, you'll get all your points back as well the following month. And then you also, if you don't know this yet, it's huge. Shipping costs is reimbursed when you're an LRP. So if you want to do that next day shipping, you get reimbursed for it. So I ran out of fiber protein pack actually a few days ago. I did next day shipping. I just got it yesterday. It was like, I think it's $14 or is it $20 for next day? And it was just a fiber pack. It costs the same amount as the product, but I know I get that back next month. So I love LRP for that because I never have to pay for shipping. And so this one has the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It has Terrazyme, PB Assist, turmeric. I feel like I say that wrong. I always say turmeric. It's turmeric, serenity, and then lemon oil. So a sample daily schedule. This is just a suggestion. For me personally, I like to knock it off in 2 times, the morning and evening. But this one is if you want to spread out your pills, you don't want to take it all at once. In the morning, you can take 2 turmeric pills, 1 PB Assist. For breakfast, you can take 2 each of the Lifelong Vitality. Some people want to get it over with and they take it all at once. The whole dosage all at once. I heard that it's actually better if you space it out. It just kind of allows the body to absorb it better. But if the way you can take it is just 1 time a day, do it. It's like, it's just going to benefit you, right? So 2 each of the Lifelong Vitality, 1 Terrazyme, 1 Adaptive. For lunch is 2 each of the Lifelong Vitality, 1 Terrazyme, 2 MitoMax. That's for the midday slump. People, whoever gets that when they're working and they're getting tired and groggy, you don't want to reach out for that coffee. Maybe you do, but you want to also add on a MitoMax. You can add on that as well. Bedtime is 2 Palm Complex, 2 Copaibas, 2 Serenities. And I want to add 2 Terrazymes. You guys should put Terrazyme in there if you want to go nicely in the morning. So that is like a sample schedule if you like to follow that as well. Another foundational LRP kit is called the Healthy Habits Kit. I'm going to share the link in case you guys never heard of it before. This is the kit that I like to add on. It comes with the Deep Blue. I'll put it in the chat. It comes with a Deep Blue, as well as some other oils in small sizes, just to really help your month go through. And that's just like a no-brainer. You just add it on and it's automatically shipped to you. Okay, so your supplements are now part of your daily nutrition. Take them after your first substantial meal. So a lot of these pills, they're suggested that you take it with food. So that's why breakfast, dinner, lunch, those are all good times to take it. And you guys probably know, if you're the type like me, I drink water right when I wake up because I drink water throughout the night. But also when I wake up, it's advised that to take your supplements with your first meal though. So you want to start slowly. Consider taking a quarter a dose or half a dose. So take either 1 pill or you could do half the dose, just 2 pills for a few days as you build up your nutritional support in your body. A full dose is 2 of each supplement taken twice daily. We recommend taking them at breakfast and lunch. And make it a lifestyle. So taking supplements at the same time daily creates a ritual alongside meals or something else that is constant in your routine. I like to put my vitamins organizer on top of my microwave because that's where I usually drink my water. So if you guys haven't heard about habit stacking, it's another really good way to really create that habit. So it's like you're not adding something new, you're just pairing it with what you're already doing. So for me, I always drink in the morning. We all eat breakfast. And so this is just a good time for you to take your supplements as well. But if you're trying to take your supplements at a weird hour, or it's not where you typically would like drink something, it's going to be harder for you to take it, right? And so you want to make it a lifestyle. Keeping them where you see them will remind you to take them, as opposed to leaving them hidden away in high cupboards. My partner would hate all my bottles would be on top of the microwave. And he's like, why is this all these supplements on there? And he would hide it in the cupboard. And I know when he hid it, I would forget about it. So he just had to live it up, and he had to like just deal with it. And now all my supplements is on top of the microwave. He hates it. He's just like, it's so cluttered here. And I was like, well, if it's in the cupboard, I'm going to forget about it and I'm going to get moody, and you're not going to like that. So just keep it where you feel like you're going to see it and you're going to remember. Another one is your support system. Text your builder, text the person who you enrolled, text a friend who has oils, do it together. There was something called the 21-day challenge that happened with doTERRA, and there's thousands of us that did it in January. If you didn't do it, or you feel like you wanted to do it but it was too late, you could still do it. I'm going to share you the link about the 21-day challenge here, so you could do it on your own, or you could maybe get your friends to do it together. You didn't have to do it with doTERRA. It was just a good way to do it all together. But this is a really good way, but maybe you want to create new habits again. So I put the ebook about the 21-day challenge there. Has so much information about all the nutrition line, the supplements, how you can incorporate it in an easy way. And then keep at it. The longer you take your supplements, the more you will experience the maximum amount of support that comes over time. I was never a pill taker. I started taking it 3-4 years ago. How many times I fell off of it because my comfort zone is not to take supplements has been so many times. But today I've been taking it consistently since the beginning of the year, and I feel great. Not to say I'm going to fall off of it again, but every day is just a new day. So if you fall off of it, don't worry, just do it. It's a brand new day, start again. Reach out to the people who support you taking supplements, say, hey, I fell off. I'm going to take it today. You're going to feel so good. So it's okay. It's like, we're going to fall off of it. Nobody likes taking supplements. It's not candy, but you have a new day to start brand new again. Okay. And you have us. So, you know, we're here. We're always going to be here for you if this is really a priority for you. Okay, so let's talk about LRP really quick, how to place an order. Does everybody know how to place their order? There's 2 ways to order. One is a one-time order, and then one is the LRP order. I would say the one-time order is for people who's not on LRP. The advantages of being an LRP, it is a monthly customizable ordering template. You get free oils from that. You get shipping cost reimbursed from that, and you get points from that. There's some people who just for some reason they want to do one-time ordering. That's totally okay. But there are some kits like the Healthy Habits Kit, you're not able to order on a one-time order. Those are only exclusive to LRP or members. And so there's a lot of exclusivity perks when you do LRP. You get rewards points. How many people are doing 30% right now back on their thing? It's crazy, right, guys? Like how fast that like accumulates. You're like, wait, how do I have all these hundreds of points there? Like it's crazy. I personally like to use it on those expensive bougie oils because I don't have the heart to put it on my credit card. But I promise you, like there's just so many perks. If you haven't tried LRP because you feel like I'm going to be stuck in this monthly ordering template, try it for a month, try it for 2 months. You could always get out of it. There is no penalties. There's no fees to get out of it. Nothing. It's just you break clean. You do lose your points. So I would recommend redeeming all your points before you cancel your LRP. But I promise you, it's the smartest way to buy your doTERRA products is in the LRP. If you're still curious about it, reach out to your builder, your wellness advocate to talk more about it. But I promise you, you should just at least give it a try, at least for like a month, 2 months, because you get your points the following month. So you want to make sure you get all those free points and you can get free products, but at least 2 months. You can order as little as 5 PV. If you're like, I have nothing to order, maybe the supplements maybe you weren't taking it consistently, so you still have some and you're not ordering, you don't have any oils to order. There's like a soap bar, there's a toothpaste, there's like a lip balm. You could use that as your LRP order so you don't lose your points and you carries over the next month. So that tip, you don't have to spend a certain amount, just at least 5 PV, which is like, there's a bunch of like small things that you can order. Okay. Points, some people will ask this. I ordered something and when is my points? It's the new month. So it actually updates your account on the 15th of every month. So for me, when I place a 100 PV order, I will get 30 points back. And then if I did my shipping for $4, I will get 4 points for that. So on the following month, on the 15th, I will get 34 points, which is equivalent to $34 on anything you want to spend on doTERRA. You can save it or you can redeem it for whatever you want. I like to save mine. I have a few hundred right now just because I like to get like the Yara Palm. I like to get frankincense when I need it. Those really expensive oils that I just don't have the heart to put on my credit card, I will put that. But sometimes I love to put the toothpaste, like the monthly essentials in the bathroom. I like to put that there because then I'm going to tell my partner why I'm on LRP. I don't go to Target. I get this for free. I don't have to go get my toothpaste. I don't have to get my mouthwash. I don't have to get my soap and all that. And he's like, all right, you're not paying for it. Yeah, I'm getting it for free from doTERRA. So if you guys haven't thought about that, shifting also where you're buying. Are you buying skincare products from Sephora, where that we have an amazing skincare line. And I don't know if it's Aiko who's going to talk about it next week or somebody who's going to talk about it. But there's a whole line for skincare. Target, the home cleaning products, right? I know there's like pretty smells from Myers and all that, but doTERRA has an amazing On Guard collection of cleaning products, bathroom stuff, soaps, shampoos, all that. So I literally shifted. My Target is still expensive, but it's not the stuff that doTERRA carries. It's other random stuff like the $1. Oh my gosh, that $1 section that the first time you walk in and it's already there. And my daughter's like, can we go there? There's a dog up there with the wagtailing. But yeah, so shift where it is so that you're actually really getting all the points for free. Points expire within a year. So make sure you don't over hoard it. And you actually use it within a year. There is a small point redemption fee. Can you guys correct me? Is it like $3 like when you use your points? So for me personally, I like to use it in the bigger products because if you're going to use like 10 points, for lemon oil, you have to pay $3 to use those points. Whereas if you're spending 100 points, you're only using $3 for, so you want to kind of save a little bit so that you're not always spending on point redemption fee. And then using your points to bring the total down. So if you're trying to get the free oil of the month, and let's say at the end, when you're about to check out, it's 125 PV, and then you want to start using your points. Remember, every point that you use for your products, it's going to go down. So it's going to subtract it. And so you're not going to get your free oil. So you want to make sure before you check out, it's wherever you want it to be. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to make sure I had some like links I wanted to share, and I think I shared all of it. I think that's it. So thank you so much for joining us this has been really fun. I'm really happy that we're all chatting in and we had some really, really good shares. Thank you so much again, Moana and Emily and Precious, for contributing. This is super fun. And next week is Toxic Free Living. And I'll leave it to Ashley in case she wants to say any closing words.
Not really, but thank you guys for coming. You guys can all unmute and just say bye, and we'll see you guys next week for Toxic Free Living with Aiko, our biggest chatter she's like chat queen. But thank you, Giselle. You were amazing. I know that wasn't easy. It's never easy.
Yes, Giselle, thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, Giselle.
You did awesome.
And Giselle, I just wanted to say, I know that you probably missed it, but we were like all drooling on how beautiful you are. Just saying.
And she's